There you go, that's our crispy corn ribs and our tangy dip. Fabulous. Look at those. Come on. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're going to do crispy corn ribs. I've got some fresh corn here. We're going to do crispy corn ribs and we're going to make a tangy dip to go with it. Nice and straightforward, come on. Okay, straightforward. I've got about half a cup of mayonnaise in there actually. And what we're going to do is just mince up some garlic. Now it's going to be sort of like a cheats garlic aioli, you know. Okay, in there, a little bit of salt, not much, just a little bit, little tiny few leaves of coriander or cilantro. Now we don't want much, we just want a little green fleck in there, you know. I want a little squirt of lime in there. Now you can go as much lime as you want, but we just want a tangy dip. We don't want it to be too overpowering. Now whatever seasoning you're going to use on your corn ribs, you want about up to a teaspoon of the seasoning that you are going to use, whether you use Cajun seasoning, Old Bay seasoning, anything like that. It's going to complement it all through the dip. So that is our spicy dip. Beautiful, one side. Okay, fresh corn, delicious, look at that. What we need to do is take all the outside packaging off. Get rid of all that. Now, what you can do, you can blanch this in water if you so want before frying it. I don't recommend it, but I've seen people do it. I think what we're going to do is just fry it. Okay, we're just going to trim that end there. We don't want that either. What a nice clean cut end on there. Now it's not going to get any more straightforward than this. Look for halfway. That is it. Halfway and then down there. Now use a good knife. A thin bladed knife is not going to work for this. You want something with a little bit of structure, a bit of weight on there. So basically it's rinse and repeat, you know, we're just doing nice and steady. That's our corn prepped. Okay, so we've got a little bit of lemon and that one split in half, but we're not bothered about that. Now what you want to do when you're at home doing this, like this, you want enough oil going in there in a wide pan. That lot's got to go in there without frothing over the top, so nice and steady, yeah? Get a flame on, temperature 175, somewhere around about there. That should cook our corn nice and gently, brown up the outside and cook it all the way through. So here's a plug for one of these things, you know. I've got a couple of these around here and thermometers and all the rest of it. Now, very easy to use. Just press the button, point it at that, and it's going to tell you what the reading is on the other side. Okay, nice and easy. Now we're shooting for about 175, 350-ish. We're going to deep fry our corn. Do no more to the corn other than deep fry. We can season it when it comes out. Okay, nice and gently, because this thing is going to froth. And what we're looking for is a little bit of goldenness round the corn. If it chars a little bit, that's what we want. We're cooking this straight out from fresh restaurant cooking. You will pre-blanch this very quickly in the oil. Put it in a serving tray or a tray, and then when you get an order, you quickly refry to crisp up. Better fresh. Now we're getting a bit of colour, look. Absolutely beautiful. They're puffed up a little bit as well. Lovely colour coming on there. Nearly done. Okay, when you've got your ribs just how you want them, flame off. Now, I've got a bowl, I've got some kitchen towel in there, and I'm going to just drop them onto there so that the oil actually comes off. These are puffed up. They will go down because obviously they're cooked. However, they will still be moist inside. Perfect. So what you've got to be doing is really seasoning these whilst they've got that little crispiness on and they're still hot. Not much oil come out of there. We're just going to drop that in there. Just do one of those. So any residual oil is going to go on that kitchen towel. Whip that kitchen towel out. We don't want that in there. In there with some of that seasoning. Seasoning of choice, whatever you're using. And if you want to give it that little sour element, you know, squeeze in just a little bit of lime over the top. Now, don't go crazy, just a little bit. And that gives it that little lime zesty kick on there. Ready for service. Now, you could also go a different way on this. You could, a little bit of butter in there, or when you serve, a little bit of butter over the top on your dish, and that puts that little buttery flavour in there with that fantastic seasoning. Come on, let's serve up those ribs. There you go, that's our crispy corn ribs and our tangy dip. Fabulous. Look at those. Come on. Come on, in we go. Eat them like ribs. Listen to that crunch. Absolutely spot on finger food for the new year. And okay, we've thrown a couple of little tiny lime wedges on there, so people can add just a little bit of lime if they so wish. Come on, in our dip, in this fantastic dip. Oh yes, please. What fantastic party finger food. So there you are, fantastic party finger food. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make these crispy corn ribs, perfect finger food, and this tangy dip. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.